Welcome all you Purple Shard pulling players to another Tracks on Sundays. I'm Trax to Max, and this is another Raid Shadow Legends video. We're on the Only Voids account again, as you can see, and there's a couple of things to talk about, but not that much has been going on, to be honest. And I've been more busy with a Pokemon Cup that was going on today, so I've been preparing for that all week mostly. So this account just pretty much has been coasting, farming on auto mode, basically, getting some masteries here and there. We did try to push some stuff, but nothing too crazy. Right now, we're just doing our dailies real quick. But there's some things going on. For instance, there's a Mithala soul we can go for. Now, that's a tough one for us void accounts, in my opinion, because I'm most positive we could probably get the soul if we put all our efforts into it, right? All our energy and all our efforts. But it would probably require exactly that. So, like, pulling a lot of shards, using all our gems, using all our energy, right? And as strong as a 5-star soul is, I'm not completely sure if I want to invest all my resources for that. Like, I don't want to put all my eggs in the same basket, as they say, right? Because, well, first off, we're only at like 55 fragments of Mithrala right now. So it's going to take at least, you know, 10, 11, 12 weeks before we actually have her. And she's strong by herself. Like, she doesn't really need a blessing to be pretty awesome, right? For the things that we're going to use her for, it's perfectly fine that she does not have a blessing. Now, I know the blessing gives her a lot of things that make her even more over the top overpowered. But on the other hand, what if a void legendary comes out as a fusion and we miss it because we're going for this particular event? That would feel kind of bad, right? Missing out on a void legendary just because of that. Again, it's the 5-star soul to me feels a little bit like a win more situation, right? Like, Mithrala is already awesome. You're already winning with a Mithrala. With the 5-star blessing, you're winning more, right? Um, and it's just, yeah, just if they happen to bring out a void legendary and we can't get him because I invested all the resources into this Mithrala 5-star, yeah, I don't know. It's just gonna feel bad, right? I don't think that's the way to go. Um, if we were spending on our account, maybe then definitely we would go for it. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just try and get the 4-star soul, I think. So yeah, we'll see how that goes, how that turns out for us. But I think a 4-star soul, it's 1,000 points. I think that's gonna be doable. 1,500 is probably gonna be pushing it for us. So we're kind of taking the best of both worlds here, right? So we're going for partially the soul, but try to remain in good shape for if a fusion comes along, right? So that we don't miss out on anything that could be a serious game changer for the account. Let's see here real quick. What am I staring down at? Do I even want to fight these? I'm not even sure. But there's nothing left here. Um, Maybe this actually. This looks like an easy team. Definitely kill him with this. All right, we'll run this real quick. Yeah, so we 60'd and 6-starred our Sylar last week. This week we worked on her masteries. So those are all done. I would like her to be a little faster. She's only around 200 speed right now. But eventually, when we get better gear and stuff, we'll be able to do that, right? Hopefully, get her to like 250 plus, because she's just really good if she gets a lot of turns. She's also not booked yet. That's going to be for the personal rewards CVC. Once she gets that going, she's going to be a lot more useful to get that A3 back, right? The turn meter knockback and decreased speed is just so good on her. But yeah, that's basically what we've been doing. So, um, preparing for this cup that I went to today, I actually placed second at the cup, which is pretty cool. It's in preparation for Worlds. Now, I'm not really thinking about Worlds too much, but if I do start to actually getting some points, I might consider trying a little, trying a little harder than I am right now. 3-0 GG. All right. See what else we have to do. All right, Crypt. So I can hop in here real quick and show you guys that we actually completed Ogrins. So all keys done. And Lizardman, I thought we actually completed, but I am missing something. Stage 7. Okay. Well, I guess we'll knock that out real quick then. And then we have all the stars in this one as well. So 2 factions fully completed, which is awesome. This team that you see right here is the team that I used to clear it, which is pretty fascinating. Someone pointed out to me that this is actually all earned champions, except for what's the name of this one again? I forgot his name. But the rest were all earned, right? We earned this one, we earned these. Who are you? Scathix, right. So these were earned, this was earned, this was earned, and this is the team that we used to clear the whole thing. So if you're on the void only challenge yourself, maybe this could help you out. Can you replace the level 50 that I used? I'm sure you can. He just basically brings some more support. He's not even booked or anything, right? Yeah, just a decent body with some support. This one has some strips on it, which was kind of handy, but I'm sure if you just use like something that has an AoE and has stun set on or something, you can use that as another way to deal with the waves. Actually, even a third Terry, I don't think that would be horrible either, because these guys just literally carried the whole thing. They were so good, dude. Just provoking, stunning. Like, look, I didn't even finish his gear or anything. Where's the other one? Yes, I folded him. Take a look at that one real quick. Here, this is the gear they're working with. Not even leveled up. Only the boots to get the extra speed, and that was it. That was enough to get the whole thing done. Now, I must say, these days, these faction wars are a lot easier for us because of this right here, right? So with these area bonuses, I got ignore defense up to 10%. So right out of the gate, they have ignore defense 10%, which is something that they, that's like half a savage set almost, right? That they just get for free, which was something in the past didn't exist. So also the extra accuracy, the extra resistance, the extra speed, all these stats really help push this in the good direction, right? So yeah, it's a good addition, this live arena. I don't always enjoy playing live arena, but if you get a couple of battles in every now and then, you can level these things up a bit. It's going to help you. So I suggest you at least try to get some points now and then, some medals, right? All right, what do we have to do still? We have some more advanced quests do what do I want? I don't have much time left though. I started this way too late. Actually messing around with my green screen. So if anything messes up on my green screen, that's basically the reason. 7 minute run. No, no, no. We can't do that. Gonna have to do something like this real quick, fortunately. But yeah, this was a pretty easy faction and just super cool that we were able to do it with all these free to obtain champions, right? Especially this rare. When I saw him, I knew this was going to be a big player in the faction wars because crowd control is just so amazing in these things, right? Another thing you can do if you don't have this guy is just fuse another Broadma, and that should help you as well. But this guy does bring some healing, I believe. So you're gonna have to figure that out a little bit, right? Um, but having two revivers is not a bad thing either. So even if like one goes down or something, you can still pick the other one back up. That's actually how I did it on my main account the first time I ever cleared this faction. I remember it being a lot more difficult back then for me because obviously I didn't know that much yet. So, all right, that's a bit faster than we've had, right? Maybe we can actually do these a little faster now. Um, try 17 maybe. I just don't want to be doing this the whole time, right? Yes. Don't want to make this video too long either. It's been a busy week, a busy day for me. I had 4 rounds of Pokemon, and I chose a deck that I had to think a lot every single turn. A control deck, which, you know, if you are familiar with the genre, control decks tend to be slow, grindy decks that you have to think a lot. And yeah, that's what I played today. So, but yeah, we got second place out of I think 20 competitors. So I'm pretty excited about that actually. I didn't expect much of it, but yeah, cool stuff. Anyway, y'all ain't here for that stuff. Y'all here for some raid Shadow Legends. Now, I gotta say right now in the account, I'm not really like stuck or anything, but there's like not really a clear path to what I should be doing. I think I actually need a couple of new champions to work towards. I still need to work on my Ursula, so she needs to get to 6 star, and I've got about 4 chickens for her, I think. So she's almost ready, but not quite. Um, she could probably be ready during this training event still that's going on. But other than that, like, yeah, we're just kind of following what they're throwing at us right now and trying not to waste too many resources. So, trying to complete the events in a conservative manner. But today I will be pulling a couple of shards. Um, Not completely sure how many yet though. I think I want to try and get 150 points out of this event that's going on right now. Let's see here. Oh, cleared everything. There we go. GG. This event right here, right? So I'm not completely sure how we're gonna go about it. Probably just like get this and then go down this way and get this. That's even possible. It's a lot of points still. You gotta know that I actually already did the Ice Golem tournament and also have done a bit of the Fire Knight tournament. And this is how long still? 1 day and 9 hours. Yeah, see, I don't really know if we're even gonna be able to get that many points. I might just have to get the points first and then see how many that we have and determine Can we go for this one? Or do we have to go for this one? Or can we get both or something, right? There's no way that we're ever going to get all of these other things, I don't think. Although, I guess if we start here, we could also get 100 this way. That would be a little easier, right? Huh. Interesting. I hadn't really considered this path yet to get these over here. Um, but we're going to try and get some at least, right? We're going to try and get as many as we can, but I don't want to dump too many resources into it. That's just the whole thing. Now, let's take a look at the shard count right now. 9 shards. It's not amazing yet, is it? It's not too crazy of an amount. We could actually pull one of these to speed up the farm for our Ursula. And that would net us 4,500 points right out of the gate. Yeah, 4,500 points. That's a lot of points just for one shard, one sacred. And I mean, one sacred can't be the end of the world, right? Um, I have 11 of them, so I don't feel like that one would make or break a fusion. And if it does, well, I mean, then so be it. But I still also have some time to save up some more sacreds during the week. We're still just hitting Ultra Nightmare every day, so well, Ultra Nightmare and Nightmare, sometimes Brutal if we get all the keys in. So shard wise, it's going pretty well, but it feels like we get more sacreds than we get voids for some reason. It often feels that way. This also for the serpent? I don't even actually remember what this is. Oh, okay. I did not catch this at all. But there's 100 points in here too. Okay. I don't know if I actually have any silver. Not much. So, not sure how I'm going to approach that one. But yeah, that's just kind of what we've been doing. So we got the ice golem done. Um right here. We also went for the book just because we have a lot of things that need to be booked still, right? Picked up the 50 there. We picked up the 50 from Classic Arena, or 30, I mean, from Classic Arena. At champion training, we have not gotten anything yet, and that's going to be over soon. So I'm thinking maybe like pull the sacred, get an extra 4-star running, and then we can probably at least get up to this when we 6-star our Ursula, right? So at least we're not leaving everything on the table, right? So we're trying to pick up this 50 right here. Because I don't know how many of these we can actually miss to get the 1,000 or anything. So 1,000 was the 4-star. 840 is another milestone. I'd say if we can not get this, try and get this at least, that we get one of these void shards back, right? We did our Hydra this week, got 3.5 million. I still have 2 keys left. Maybe we can mess around with that and try and get the 4.45 or whatever to get a little better chest. Hey, might help out a little bit, right? So you'll see next week how that ended up. Doom Tower had a reset, as you all know. We're just climbing there. Whatever we can do. We can't do this one, but we did do this one. So our first epic is on the way. Siege is a red dot for everyone. We don't know why, but yeah, it is what it is. We're not really. I mean, we're gonna occupy everything that we can, but we're not super invested into this. Well, some of my clanmates want to take it serious, but I don't know how serious we can actually take it, since we have like a bunch of veterans, but then a bunch of new accounts too who are doing the void challenge. So I don't know if it really makes sense to go hard on that, right? So, but we are going to try and get some legendary, that would be very nice. Then we can just immediately level up our Ursula. Let's just do a Death Knight or something, and one of these or something. I don't want to do these two because I've never had them on my main before, and if I pull them, I'd be pretty mad. Oh, just a little mad, but it is what it is, man. We're gonna get Ninja soon too, and he's gonna be a chicken, so. Oh, that was also a pretty good champion to have for my dwarves. Not gonna lie. That would be really nice, but not today. Um, Definitely want the Mithala and not Eurogrim. And then what do we want here, actually? Do we want you? AoE, 50% chance attack down. That's pretty good. 70% chance. Booked. Ally with highest crit damage also joins the attack. That's pretty strong. Places a poison cloud, increase speed buff, and 2 continuous heal buffs on target ally. And fills their turn meter by 50. 3-turn cooldown. Man, imagine this one in a fast reflex set or something, or um, relentless, just taking multiple turns and just putting poison cloud on everyone. Attacks all enemies, has 100% chance, again, 3-turn cooldown. AoE, AoE, so AoE, and this pretty decent. Defense down and weaken. Yo. Yeah, we need this one for sure. I didn't even know this existed. I thought only Venus and um, Lydia had this, but we'll ignore block debuffs. That's not that big of an issue, but this is super nice, dude. Damn. Increases this champion accuracy by 10 for each buff on each enemy. Whenever an enemy receives a buff, their turn meter is decreased by 10%. Not bad at all. That is a very strong champion, actually. Accuracy in battle 70. What about you? Attacks one enemy, 50% chance. Instantly activate. Continuous heal buff on each ally. Places speed buff and 2 continuous heal buffs on all allies for 2 turns. Also fills it, so a speed booster. This is a hard one, dude. You know why? Because they both bring something that we don't really have. I mean, we have Broadma, but Broadma doesn't really have that great of a speed boost, right? It's very minimal, and one like this actually could potentially make like 2-to-1 ratio clan boss teams, right? That's something like this is perfect for that. But we have to see what the rest is, because if she like messes with our turn meter and stuff, then I don't know if it's even viable. But she also has the aura to go with that, so that's really nice actually. Yeah, let's see. Revives all dead allies. Oh, she's a reviver too. 50% HP and 50% turn meter. Then teams up with all allies revived but is skilled to attack the enemy with lowest HP. So another ally attack champion a little bit, but has to like revive first. Interesting. But the passive is whenever a continuous heal buff activates on an ally, fills the turn meters of all allies by 5%. At the end of this champion's turn, increases duration of continuous heal buff on a random ally except this champion for 1 turn. Wait, so okay. He places it on everyone. Extends it on everyone except herself. Hmm. It feels to me like there's probably something you can do with this and with the turn meter fill as well. But That's probably like for the big brains out there in the community, right? Like the Sephiras of the community. They probably can figure this stuff out. I don't have the slightest idea how I would go about this at all. So I think, as cool as I think she is, that I'm going with this one. Uh, just because defense down weekend is so strong, dude. It's so good. If we then eventually pull like a seer or something, we have a team basically, right? So tough call, but yeah, and I'm gonna be pulling two of these shards only, so it's not like we have that big of a chance anyway. But hey, we already have a Daywalker, but there's another one going to crew, dude, and another rare, and it is a Gear Grinder. Unfortunately, we don't need any of those two really, so there's that. Yeah, that's going to be it for this week, I'm afraid. Thank you so much again for joining me this week. And if you have any comments, anything you want to discuss, any questions, or if you just want to start your own Only Voids account, you can still start. It doesn't matter. There's a lot of people who started last week, started 2 weeks ago. You're all welcome to join if that is the case. And yeah, I hope you guys have a nice rest of the weekend. See you guys next week. Peace.